What's going on YouTube? You're kicking it with your boy Junkyard Dog on junkyarddogs.com, and we are in the beautiful Yucca Valley. Look at that. Oh yeah. Now, I have been considering for some time now moving out here because, well, the property's cheap and you can live like a king for the fraction of LA's prices. And if I need to do anything in LA, I'd actually drive back. But I'm out here helping my boy Juan. And hey, you need to shout out Juan and give him a shout out, everybody. He's actually the reason why I even started Junkyard Dogs, his YouTube channel. He suggested it to me 5 years ago, and here we are. We're gonna be helping Juan swap a short block into his 71 Cougar, all right? So let's go get to it. There's the homie Juan, say what's up? That's the dude responsible for junkyarddogs.com. When he came to my shop when we was over there in Rancho Dominguez, I was like, dude, you should put this on YouTube. And here we are. So this is the Cougar, the 71. Got a big old Cleveland in there, but the block is tired. We had the heads redone, well, what was it, like a year ago?
Yeah.
And there's a nice intake on there, and he's got the, is that a Phytech?
Sniper.
Holly Sniper. Oh, you got the Holly system. Big time. Hey, everybody, get out the way. So this is the block that's going in. It's got a nice little cam, new timing chain, all that good stuff. All right. So we're going to put on the pan, put in the oil pump, get all that good stuff going. Try to knock this out and get this into there. All right. So let's go. All right, so we got everything out and on the ground. So we're at a stage now where we're about to come around the bend and start putting the other block together. Because basically what we were doing is taking everything off of this block and putting it on the other block, cranking everything down and then dropping it in. All right, let's go. It is the next morning and look at that. Making progress with the Cleveland. All right, so we are in the final stages. Please don't mind this right now. We're gonna clean that up later. We were just using the setting it up and seeing if we can get it to run first when we start cutting wires. But yeah, there it is. All right, so here we are at, what is it, like week number 4 of the Cleveland short block swap out. So we went ahead and got everything back together. We're about to break in the new cam and just kind of get this thing rolling, man. So it is the moment of truth, you know? So we're gonna go fire it up. We got a little makeshift system here to keep it, because it's a flat tappet cam. So we got to keep it up to 2,000 RPM for the first couple minutes of it running.
Want to show me how it's gonna work?
I'll just kind of have this. This is one of our bolt things here. We're just gonna hold it like that and then kind of use that to whatever hole it's gonna fit in, and then tighten it. Tighten the zip tie to whichever one it's gonna be at 2,000 RPM. So that's it. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so there it is. It's going. And we got it at 2,000 RPM to break in the cam. It's smoking like a broke stove because of the oil we spilled. Junkyard dogging, man, we out here. We got it going, baby. 351 Cleveland. They don't make them like this no more. Yeah, Duddy.
Be careful, man. I talk, but still,
the speedo works, right?
no.
No.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I was like, only this guy with a nice little GT.
Go left, and I'll tell you. It's just a little straightaway. But once what we'll do to find a desolate road is we'll just go over the hill.
Oh, okay. I hear the belt slipping. back in the doghouse. It is hot as hell. That's why I'm in here with no shirt. Once again, I need some AC. God, I need some AC. Anyway, we're gonna be working on the wiring today. So I was ordering some Deutsch Connectors to come in. For those of you who don't know what those are, they're like weather pack connectors on steroids. I went ahead and found them on Amazon, and I'll show you guys those in a minute. But first, I got to take off the upper intake so I can access the fuel rail again. Hopefully, we can get that together today and all taped up and ready to be hooked up. And then also, too, I got to make sure that I set up the holes and everything to mount the coils on, because I kind of figured out how I want to mount it. So, yeah, let's go. All right, so wiring's all under here, as you can see. So I'm going to measure it around to the back there and then cut it. And at the cut part there is where the connector is going to be. So it's going to be hard lined into this, but then it's going to be cut back there. So I'm going to have one for the, because from what I understand with the Foxbodies, it's like got those salt and pepper shakers that have the power that goes through them. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing with this, but in the case that I'm actually going to separate the power supply and have its own plug for power supply that goes to the coils and goes to the injectors. So the rest of the plugs, or the rest of the holes on the plugs, I'm going to have one set for the coils, one set for the injectors, and then one set for the power. So it's 3 plugs going to be back there. All right, I'm going to tuck them away in that corner back there. So here is my soldered power right here. Really what I'm going to do right now is just kind of like get a general measurement and then fine tune it, solder all the wires together, and then start working on the connectors. All right, so here's the harness on the table. Ooh, I cut it. Oh, so this is where the plugs are gonna go. So here is the driver's side, all soldered up and heat shrinked, ready to go. Boom. Oh yeah, so that's the driver's side. So I'm not gonna electrical tape it together yet. I'm gonna put it on the car and then electrical tape it, and then I'm gonna have to go and probably cut these lengths again because they're gonna be all off because I only had them taped together at first. So the bird's nest is now all soldered up. No more tape. You see? So we're gonna go ahead and put this back on the car, and then once we put them all back on, then we'll do a final measurement and then cut, and then start to add the crimp the pins for the plugs. All right, looking a lot less bird nesty. Got the electrical tape on it, and now we got these stripped. You know, DIY electrical harness. You see on there it says Deutsch Connectors. That's funny to say that, but anyway, so this is how the inside of the plug looks. See, you got your solid plugs. Now here's what the pins look like. I realized that with this there was 2 different types of pins, and I had to order the solid types. Now you see this one, these ones with the little, these are the crimp style pins, as you can see, and then this is the solid style. Boom. See the solid style ones. So the reason why I prefer the solid ones is, number one, they secure a lot better. It feels a lot better when it's going in. These ones are a little bit harder to crimp, and then, you know, they're stamped, so it's not solid, you know, which could be a problem. See, it's got that line in the middle, and it's, you know, it's not solid like this one. Check it out. See that's solid. No line. It's like a solid piece of metal. So I had to order them separately from this company here, Custom Connector Kits. which is pretty dope. And they sent me 100 of them. I ordered the Deutsch Connectors from Amazon, which took forever. For those of you who are wondering why I haven't put out a video in so long, well, there it is, because Amazon's taking forever. So this kit came in like different sizes and everything and whatnot. So what I did was I did the female coming out of the computer right here, which I'm kind of regretting now because I was supposed to put this on to this first. This is the plug for the firewall, and I didn't. And this thing is really hard to take back apart once you get it together. So, but basically what you do is you're going to take one of the connectors with this tool here. Okay, so you see the tool. Okay, all right, you got this tool here, right? And basically you'll take the tool and you take the connector and you put the wire inside the connector here at the tip. You slide it in to the hole, crimp this down, poop, and then when it comes out, it is connected. And it's one piece. It's really dope. So, yeah, that's what I was doing. But like I said, I forgot to put this rubber grommet on, which comes from the stock wiring harness. I had an extra one laying around from the 4-cylinder swap, but I ended up not putting it on. I was supposed to put it on before this, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that out now. Like, might have to cut it or something. I don't know. I made a mistake. But anyway, yeah. So these yellow wires here are for the coils, and then I got to figure out what else is which with the wiring diagram for these other wires. I kind of hit a rough spot when we talk about the wiring for the motor. See, you guys saw me do the injector harness. It's cool, but I do have to figure out what I'm gonna do about mounting the coils. I'm gonna modify the other coil bracket. Now, I don't know if 2 bolts is gonna be enough to hold all these coils up, especially with the engine like shaking and everything. I don't know. It might work, might not. I might have to weld on some like thicker tabs to hold up all the coils in place. So what we're gonna do now, since kind of got some of that wiring done, I want to get the coil wiring done today too, before I take the intake over to Sean to get welded again, to get that cap welded on so we can machine it. So we're gonna do a little machining today. So these are the LS brackets that I've cut and kind of formed a little bit to be a little bit more lean, and I'm gonna mount them from the top. Now I was gonna use these holes right here, but it just seems a little flimsy to, you know, hold all that. So I'm gonna weld on these tabs. So I'm cutting out tabs. So it's gonna be the base here and then this tip, right? And then drill holes in all of them. I'm gonna drill the holes first. I learned my lesson about trying to drill holes in small pieces of metal. It's really not easy. So I'm gonna drill the holes now, and then drill holes in the base here, as long as it doesn't go past this point, which is that it's open here, but in here it's supposed to be enclosed. So I can drill through, put some thread sealant on it, and it'll be good to go. Yeah, and then after that, we're gonna go ahead and drill the holes, the mounting holes for the superchargers, and try to figure out how to get them flat, man. But as of right now, we're just gonna worry about these brackets, get them mounted, and then we'll worry about the mounting holes for the superchargers. Fabricating here, cool. So that's the finished coil bracket. Please excuse the poo-poo welds. I got a little pit hole right there that I missed. But yeah, I could have welded a little bit more. But yeah, there it is. This is how I plan to mount it, as you can see. Got the 3 tabs there. It's kind of hokey a little bit. And then I notice on this side that the connectors are really close to the side here. So I might just bend them just a little, like bend them back that way, just to get it to kind of sit upright once I got it bolted all down. But yeah, that's where we're headed with it. All right. So I got them all bolted down. Okay, I haven't wasted any time painting them or anything yet. Gotta make sure it all works the way it's supposed to. Well, yeah, so let's just go ahead and throw this on and just see how everything kind of fits. So here's a glance at it on the block. Okay, we got the coils on there, all set up. Supercharger is going to be right there. And I'm going to put the wires back in and then just see how far they got to come to get to all these coils. And then I got to figure out what I did, which I probably should have kind of did some math on that first, but I didn't really realize, you know, it's always like after the fact I realize stuff. This plug, I can't get the plug in, it's too close, it's real tight. So what I'm gonna do is just take these holders and twist the mounting points. We're gonna twist them outwards so that it'll sit more upright. It'll give the cables a little bit more slack, or the wires a little bit more slack, the plug wires a little more slack. And also too, I gotta address the issues of like them hitting the headers, because they touch the headers like all day long. So I don't know if it's because of the setup or what, I don't know, but I noticed that they touch the headers. Good too, like not just barely, like they're really resting on it. So, I mean, I don't have them pushed in all the way, because once these things get on the plugs, they're hell and high water to pull off, but you get the idea. Coils are on. And as far as the oil plug here, I mean the oil cap, since I can't get to it anymore, I'm going to use another set, because I'm going to take these off anyway, because I wanted to prime the motor, and I noticed that it wasn't priming the way I wanted it to, so I got to take them off and make sure that there's pressure, there's oil pressure. So yeah, so those other ones are bare. So I'll be able to do a PCV thing right here, or maybe an oil right here, like a cap right here, and then maybe right here, have it go underneath and up to the back of the supercharger, a PCV, relieve some pressure. So I always have like more that I can get done in my head than I actually can like do in a day, but I've made some pretty good progress with the coils and getting those on. But like I said, I'm gonna twist the coil mounts so that they all face upward, so that the wire can come out, and I'm gonna have it come out and kind of tuck behind here, so maybe this one goes there and then this one goes here. So I might drill a hole right here, or maybe put them through this hole because it's smooth, or make them all kind of just come out and then go through there, or maybe come out. Thing is, the coils get warm, so I don't really want the wires kind of sitting right on it, kind of following the OEM setup. But yeah, and then have all of them come to a plug that's back here, and then maybe have the plug come back there and then plug back here, and yeah, be easy and good to go. All right, so that about does it for this episode. So I did a whole lot. I can't even remember everything I did. I did the battery thing in the back. I did the cutoff switch, which I'm still kind of fooling with because I'm waiting for some stuff from Amazon. I haven't been posting because I'm waiting for stuff to Amazon so I can keep working, and Amazon has just fell all the way off. I mean, they went from having me like a spoiled little brat to like literally waiting like I'm waiting for Christmas. It's crazy. We got the coils on today, and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, man, little by little. As soon as the bulkhead electrical fitting comes, we get that starter hooked up. My starter actually, I didn't remember. I had installed it so long ago. The starter actually has a solenoid built into it, so I don't have to run the external solenoid at all. And the dashboard's gonna have the on button and the start button. So we got that going. And yeah, little by little, man, you know, we're getting close though. I poured some oil in it the other day. It's the engine braking oil. It's got zinc in it from Lucas, but it's a 7-quart oil pan, so I'm gonna need at least 2 more quarts. So yeah, I'd like to thank everybody who's been going to junkyarddolls.com, getting parts. A whole lot, all right? Junkyard dogging. Woo!